Forget average Hollywood flings because basically nothing broke the internet quite like the chaotic obsession over Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan. Their glossy romance survived under the brutal glare of Instagram feeds and tabloid vultures, cementing itself as a certified legendary obsession for the masses. But as per usual with these A-list train wrecks, the thirst for tea didn't evaporate once they called it quits. If anything, the drama peaked. Right in the middle of the mess was Steve Harvey, the girl's notoriously loudmouth father, whose side eyes, shady remarks, and mood swings became a total Roman empire for fans and bloggers. Since day one, Steve's hovering presence over his daughter's love life provided an extra dose of pure cinematic tension. Armed with his loud jokes, questionable filter, and classic overprotective dad energy, Steve was constantly grilled about Michael B. Jordan during every single press run. Instead of running away, he played the game, serving up witty punchlines mixed with some shockingly blunt truths. The vibe that leaked from those interviews wasn't some typical feud or bitter energy, but a much weirder brand of awkwardness. When Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan finally hard-launched their situation back in 2021, the digital streets went absolutely feral within seconds. Stan accounts worshipped their visuals, labeling them the ultimate elite couple while drooling over their expensive, curated aesthetic. Every thirsty vacation flick, birthday post, and staged private moment just dumped more gasoline on the public's burning obsession. Naturally, it took 5 minutes for the vultures to hunt down Steve Harvey for a statement, praying for some old-school scary dad energy or a viral comedic meltdown. Instead, Steve actually shocked the world. During various sit-downs, he straight-up confessed that Michael B. Jordan was, and I quote, a decent man. What really sent people into a tailspin was Steve's hilarious confession that he desperately hunted for a reason to hate him. In classic comedic fashion, he quipped about desperately wishing for a reason to talk trash, but he simply came up empty-handed. This blunt admission signaled way more than just a thumbs up. It depicted a father struggling with the annoying fact that his daughter's man actually checked every box, maybe even raising the bar too high. That specific quote flipped the script on how we saw him. Instead of painting Steve Harvey as some bitter gatekeeper blocking his daughter's glow-up, it proved he was actually man enough to salute someone who earned his respect. For the fans, it felt like a total breath of fresh air. In a business fueled by messy feuds and fake beef, this was a rare glimpse of genuine respect and low-key validation. Yet, Steve's commentary was always laced with his trademark sarcasm. He kept the praise spicy with plenty of side-eye, a vibe that totally clicked with anyone who knows his loud stage persona. During a chat, he joked about keeping Michael B. Jordan on a short leash, not for lack of trust, but because being a paranoid dad is just his natural setting. While the jokes kept us laughing, the real tea was that Steve Harvey only cared about his daughter's peace of mind. As things got serious, Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan looked like they were winning at life. They hit every red carpet, boosted each other's brands, and kept serving those perfectly filtered peeks into their high-end world. For a minute, they really were the blueprint for an elite pairing, rich, famous, and moving in total harmony. Steve's stamp of approval just sold the fantasy even harder, making everyone believe this bond was rock solid behind closed doors and on camera. But like every other perfect Hollywood fairy tale, the clock finally ran out on them. When the breakup news dropped in 2022, the internet went into a full meltdown. Every tabloid started reaching for clicks, spinning wild theories about different paths and the crushing weight of being too famous to function. While the internet was busy spiraling, all eyes zoomed back onto Steve Harvey for a savage reaction. But this time, his energy was totally different. Instead of spilling major tea or feeding the gossip vultures, he pulled a total power move: silence. In every post-breakup chat, Steve kept it classy toward Michael B. Jordan, dodging every chance to drop a diss track or reveal some scandalous behind-the-scenes mess. This chill vibe was the complete opposite of the messy, clickbait headlines flooding the web, which were desperately trying to turn the split into a toxic battlefield of failure. Steve's refusal to get into the mud spoke louder than any viral tweet. It proved his previous hype wasn't just for show or tied to a wedding ring. Even when the romance died, he didn't take back a single word about Michael's solid character. For the real ones watching, this consistency proved his vibes were based on actual facts, not just clout-chasing public opinion. Simultaneously, Steve Harvey doubled down on his ride-or-die energy for Lori Harvey. As a dad, his mission stayed the same, making sure his girl felt untouchable, respected, and totally bossed up in her own life decisions. During deep dives into dating drama, he kept preaching that everyone needs to take their own LS and grow from the wreckage. This logic fit perfectly with Lori's it girl energy, which has always been about moving solo and staying unbothered. This whole saga really exposes how the media loves to twist a boring reality into a cinematic disaster. The myth that Steve dropped a bombshell about Michael is usually just trashy clickbait rather than actual reality. Truthfully, his takes remain steady, heavy on the respect, light on the drama, and 100% focused on his daughter's joy. The massive divide between his real words and those unhinged headlines shows exactly how fast the truth gets buried for a few cheap clicks. For Michael B. Jordan, this high-stakes romance was just another flashy chapter in a career already peaking with blockbusters like Black Panther and the Creed franchise. He has carefully built a brand around being the ultimate charismatic professional. His run-ins with Steve Harvey, at least according to the interviews, only polished that golden boy image, proving he could handle both a superstar girlfriend and a legendary father-in-law with total ice in his veins. Meanwhile, Lori Harvey isn't just a supporting character in this mess. As a top-tier model and influencer, she has successfully built a massive empire far away from her family's shadow. Her dating roster, especially her era with Michael, stays under a microscopic lens, yet she continues to move with total main character energy. Steve's loud opinions, as heavy as they are, never actually managed to dim her shine. Instead, they just added a protective layer to her story, giving a dad's take without ever snatching away her crown of independence. Honestly, this whole saga involving Steve Harvey and Michael B. Jordan isn't some messy exposé. It's actually a rare moment of celebrity maturity. It's the story of a father admitting he actually liked the guy who used to be in his daughter's inner circle. It also perfectly mirrors how these A-listers have to juggle real feelings with the constant pressure of being watched by millions 24/7. In a digital age where gossip usually needs a villain to survive, this narrative is surprisingly clean. There is no secret tape, no explosive shade, just a father serving up some honest and slightly funny takes because he actually wants his kid to be winning. Steve's ability to keep calling Michael B. Jordan a stand-up guy even after the breakup adds some serious points to his own public reputation. As the internet keeps digging through the archives, this serves as a massive reality check that headlines are usually lying. Behind the screaming titles and viral thumbnails is a grounded story built on respect, real values, and typical family drama. In that world, Steve's take isn't a bombshell or a scandal. It's just a rare dose of pure, unfiltered honesty. The hype over this saga might eventually die down as fresh drama and messy headlines hijack the feed, but right now it stays the ultimate case study in how celebrity myths are born, twisted, and totally botched by the internet. At its heart, it hits us with a cold truth. The real juice isn't in the shocking reveal, but in the subtle shade and what was actually being signaled between the lines. The link-up between Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan was easily the most viral celebrity fever dream in years, so obviously, everyone went hunting for a reaction from the king of talk himself, Steve Harvey. Fans were dying to know if Steve was secretly plotting Michael's downfall, considering his reputation as a loud-mouthed, overprotective dad who doesn't play about his kids. When the pair finally hard-launched in 2021, Steve actually caught everyone off guard by handing out flowers to Michael. Instead of dropping a diss or a warning, he straight-up labeled him a top-tier human during his press runs. He even pulled a classic comedic move, claiming he went looking for skeletons in Michael's closet but came back totally empty-handed. That specific punchline went nuclear online because it totally shattered the terrifying father-in-law trope that people were desperately projecting onto him. Steve's energy proved he was playing a much smarter, more mature game than the bloggers realized. Instead of trying to run his daughter's life, he prioritized actual respect and solid vibes. According to the legend, Michael moved with class, treated Lori Harvey like royalty, and officially secured the bag when it came to fatherly approval. This masterclass in PR shifted the entire narrative, proving that Steve Harvey wasn't some controlling villain, but just a dad watching the game from the sidelines. As the relationship peaked, Lori and Michael were everywhere, serving elite looks and high-end romance across every social platform. During that whole run, Steve stayed remarkably unbothered and supportive. He kept the jokes flying in his interviews, but he never once took a cheap shot at Michael B. Jordan or went public with even a hint of criticism. But the real question is, was this silence simply the calm before the storm? We watched Steve Harvey shower Michael B. Jordan with endless praise, but in the blinding lights of Hollywood, every smile hides a story that never makes it to the camera. When Lori Harvey finally pulled the plug on the romance, the world expected Steve to drop a bombshell, yet his carefully chosen words felt like a high-stakes chess move. Did he truly admire Michael, or was he just shielding his daughter's elite brand and public image? Because in this industry, respect is hard to earn but even easier to lose. Whether it was the decent guy label or his dignified post-breakup silence, Steve proved he is the ultimate player in the entertainment game. He didn't just give Michael his flowers. He gave Lori the kind of autonomy that very few celebrity children ever get to taste. But remember, the gossip mill never sleeps. Today, Michael is yesterday's news, but tomorrow, A new face will have to stand before this forensic father. Will the next man meet Steve's impossible standards? Or will Steve Harvey finally trade his comedic mask for the role of the terrifying, protective dad? So, what do you guys think? Was Steve genuinely impressed by Michael? Or was this whole saga just a masterclass in PR? What do you think Lori Harvey is planning next? Drop your theories in the comments because your take is a vital piece of this investigation. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a beat in the celebrity world.